In this episode, we take a look at the UC Irvine offense and the outside hitters, a position defined as presenting the best hitters in the world. Outside hitter Jeremy Dano looks to reclaim the glories of years past when he was named the MVP of the UC Santa Barbara Invitational, a glory that would be short-lived and eventually saw him fall from the starting lineup. Dano's wavering only opened the door for Connor Hughes, a player that Dano had in the previous years held the spot over. But while these hitters are among the best in the nation, the top position is held by All-American Kevin Tilley. The career of outside hitter Jeremy Dano did not start on the beaches of the East or West Coasts, but rather in Wisconsin, a state not known for its volleyball culture.
At that time, when I was in 8th grade, 7th grade, I was good in the Midwest, and I had a passion for it. But the idea of going and playing and getting a scholarship, especially in California, was not really in the picture. It was tough because going into high school, I was switching from parochial to public school, and they didn't have a team. So my parents and my friends' parents pushed at the city to make a co-op team with New Berlin Eisenhower, which is the school that I went to, and New Berlin West, which is another school that was in the town. It was more as an activity for like me and my friends to continue a tradition, and we just loved to play, and we just wanted to see where it would go. And it would be unfortunate if we had such passion for something we couldn't play it in high school.
Although not ideal for collegiate volleyball, it was ideal in the development of his character, an asset that has proven beneficial.
I mean, Dano's just a great athlete.
Dano is known for just the guy that's just going hard in everything. He loves to live kind of the healthy lifestyle. He loves to hit it hard in the weight room.
He's one of the most physical guys here, and he just absolutely hit really hard.
I think that I had dedication to it myself, so I really wanted to learn the game and just master it.
That's a big part of why he's so successful, is he is really into that. And I mean, it shows. It absolutely shows in how skilled he is, especially being from someone that doesn't come from a talent hotbed such as Southern California.
Unlike most freshmen, Dano's first year began with his immediate berth into the ultra-competitive outside hitter position, a choice that placed him in direct competition with senior Jordan DeFall.
Yeah, when I came to Irvine, I never really thought about redshirting. It wasn't something I wanted to do. I could never see myself practicing for a whole year and not getting any sort of gratification out of it. It was tough playing with seniors and above seniors, but you know, I had good work ethic, I think, and a different style.
Dano's just a fireball. I mean, he has sort of the same demeanor as Connor, but he's, you know, of course, very physical and has a great arm. And in my personal opinion, when he's playing well enough, he's one of the top outside hitters in the country.
I feel like that's one of Dano's biggest aspects he helps us bring. Like when we're maybe in a slump or just having trouble throughout the game, he'll just go up one time and just absolutely thump a ball. And although it's 1 point, that one huge hit that he can bring can totally change the momentum of a match. And I feel like he brings a lot of that, and it just helps us in so many different ways than people know.
But after winning the 2012 UCSB Invitational MVP award, Dano's early season success would falter.
Well, a large part of me going in that second season and playing really well in the beginning had to do with a setback that came the summer before with me breaking my collarbone. I was pent up for a while, and when you're pent up for that long, you start thinking and you start getting a lot of motivation to come back and really push yourself to see what you can do. And in those beginning months, preseason, and Santa Barbara tournament where I did really well, and even the beginning couple of matches, I had a lot of fire. The season is a grind sometimes. It's a marathon. It's not always a sprint. And I think that in the beginning I was sprinting and I wasn't looking at the big picture, and I didn't know if I could sustain for that long. And I think I burned out a little bit.
But this is a team defined by its depth and immense talent. And as a result, Dano lost his starting spot to Connor Hughes, who would later go on to be named to the NCAA Alternate Team in 2012.
Connor's an Orange County guy, and Orange County is a sort of mecca of sorts for producing great volleyball players, especially at the college and sometimes at the international level.
I first got into volleyball because my mom played volleyball for a while throughout high school, and then my older sister also played volleyball, so I was always kind of around it, just growing up. And then kind of growing up in a beach city, you're always around the sand volleyball courts, and volleyball is sometimes almost considered a beach sport, so I kind of grew up in the atmosphere of volleyball, and just playing and bumping the ball around with my sister while I was growing up, I think it really helped me just kind of develop my game from a very kind of early stages of life, just going up through 5th to 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and I always kind of knew how to play since then, and I feel like that's kind of helped me grow into the player I am now.
Connor's really technical because he's been playing on the beach a lot, and he's really physical, blocking wise.
It's absolutely a huge part of why he's such a huge success and why kids from Orange County continue to be successful in college.
With the close proximity to UC Irvine, Hughes' transition to collegiate volleyball would prove to be successful for his 2010 freshman season.
Well, my first year here at UC Irvine, I really didn't know what to expect. I've watched college volleyball games just from the sidelines or in the stands, but I was really kind of just thrown into the mix. My first year, I didn't redshirt because I really wanted to play. I thought I had the capability to play, which I started for a while too.
However, Hughes' Irvine career has not always been characterized by such success. In the 2011 season, the Costa Mesa native opted to redshirt after a successful debut his freshman season.
Well, my second year, I talked to John Sprar, our head coach at the time, about redshirting. He was the one that actually presented the idea to me. I didn't really think about it too much, and when he kind of went over why I should do it, it kind of made a lot of sense because we were deep in our outside hitter position. We had strong players, and I could take that my second year just to even refine my game even more, get stronger in the weight room, and I feel like that second year is actually my most important year here at UC Irvine because all I had to do was practice hard and go hard in the weight room. I didn't really have to worry about the game atmosphere. But that third year when I came back off a red shirt, I had a lot more experience under my belt. I was really ready to show what I had, and I don't know, I felt like I was just overall a better player and was able to contribute a lot more to the team. And
well, like I said, Connor is a blocking threat. When he goes in there, guys do not want to swing at him because he's up there, chest over the net, skying, and he can take away a lot of shots.
Blocking, he has a good float serve. He passes well too, so he brings a lot of also physical aspects in the defense part, but really technical aspects in the offense.
I kind of see myself as a really kind of laid back type of person, and I feel like that's almost like the type of style I have on the court. It's not that, I don't know, I'm not putting out as much effort, but I'm always relaxed. And
they all bring different things, and it's just whatever we need that night to win, or what the team needs that night to get a win. And at different times, it's been Connor and Tilly, it's been Tilly and Dano, it's been any combination of the three of them.
And Connor may not be the most powerful guy with his arm, but he can place the ball and he can get the job done offensively as well.
So what I really want to bring to the team is just consistency and have that one player on the court that is just gonna, he's gonna do what you need him to do, and I feel like I can bring that to the team.
Dano's slowed momentum and Hughes' coming of age were concurrent with each other, but they would ultimately be overshadowed by a time that saw French import Kevin Tilly join the Anteaters and take a commanding position as outside hitter.
It's great having Kevin Tilly on the team.
I think because he isn't an American, he has a completely different perspective on everything, but specifically the game of volleyball.
He's been playing for so long and knows the game so well inside and out, but not just at the outside position, but all over.
Coming from the distant shores of Cagnes-sur-Mer on the French Mediterranean coast, Kevin Tilly represents the longest distance of any import on the team, or athletics at UC Irvine.
When Tilly first came to the team, we didn't really know what to expect because no one had met him yet. We just know we're getting a guy from France that's supposedly pretty good. We've seen his, he's got a highlight video on YouTube that we watched. That's pretty unbelievable.
And he comes from a great volleyball family with both of his parents playing for their respective countries' national teams at some point in their career.
It started already from my grandparents played volleyball, and both my parents played for the national team, and my dad went to 2 Olympics. So my older brother and I were in volleyball gyms every weekend, watching them play, most of the time playing around and having volleyballs in our hands and playing around, and yeah, I think that's how it started. So I've seen so many games, so much volleyball that I just wanted to do something else. And I was thinking playing basketball, volleyball in between, and I was really small and tiny at that age, like grade 9, that I just chose volleyball because I was playing setter and libero. And after a great year of playing volleyball, first time in club, managed to go to a training center, for a regional training center, and that's where I started. Like, I stopped basketball and went to play volleyball.
After beginning to play for UC Irvine in the fall of 2012, Tilly captured an NCAA title in May and then traveled to France in order to begin practicing with the French national team.
Tilly, man, that guy not only is a great volleyball player, but he's a great guy too. He's one of my roommates this year, so I've gotten to know him pretty well, and he's just like an overall funny guy with his, his different French words that he teaches us and his little English sayings that he just doesn't quite understand yet.
Kevin Tilly is a great talent, and he brings a little bit of French flavor and his own unique personality to the team.
Well, I knew coming to UCI we had a really big chance to win a title because with the past few years and the team we had, and so it's always hard, even though you know you can win it, it's actually hard to actually win it. So it was really amazing to do it last year with all the seniors that we had too. It was such a great experience, and after that, the next day I had to, after we won the national championship on Saturday night, I had to leave the next morning to go back to France and play for the national team because the coach wanted me to go there and kind of try out and see if I could help. So next morning, left super tired and just had the longest trip to go back to France, and we practiced every day, play against really good teams. I actually saw a totally different level of volleyball, which was amazing.
I mean, I wouldn't say that Kevin Tilly gets up too high and over the block. He's not like Zach out there that's flying through the air. But his greatest attribute is that he is smart, you know, and like I said before, he lifts the play of other players, and guys can go to him because he's very knowledgeable about the game. And that's because he does have great court vision, and he knows it well.
He's so smart with how he hits the ball, where he hits the ball, how he plays defense, how he passes the ball. You can really learn a lot from Tilly just by watching his movements and kind of how he just reads the game overall. He's got a very high volleyball IQ, and I think seeing him come in and just like doing all these things like raise the level of the team altogether, because we saw like what level we could play at. Man, for a guy coming from France, we didn't expect him to fit in so well with our team atmosphere, but right when he got here, it was just like, I don't know, we didn't even break stride. It was like he's been here for 2 years already, and the guy just fit in so well.
It is a team like it is the league, and there is no escaping the competition and threat of a rival team, or in this case, teammate, from taking the #1 position.
It's just competitive. Everyone wants it just as bad as the guy next to him.
Well, what's great about the competition is like it brings like the practice really high level, because
there's no other way to sum it up besides it's a battle. It's just because we have guys that in practices bring it every single day.
With this steep competition, the threat of injury is omnipresent, and no position is safe.
I think that the state of the outside hitter right now on our team will always be solid, no matter if someone goes down with an injury. We're just fortunate that we have such a great program where we can sub anyone in and really still do well.
The atmosphere in practice, it's competitive, because not only are people like fighting for outside hitter positions, but people are fighting for the middle positions. People are fighting for like setting position. We've had so many position changes this year that it's unbelievable really to think about it, because no other team really does that.
From the fire of competition, the three continue to push each other in a never-ending effort to improve. This defines the team, and it leads to the benefit of the team, the program, athletics, and UC Irvine.
I like the constant pressure, because it's kind of like having it's just having someone else push you to become like even better. Like, you know, there's a guy right behind you, so you just want to work even harder to outbeat that guy. Like, if we didn't have that, then it could be very easy to fall into the rut of, oh, I'm just starting outside here in this position. I don't really have to work as hard. I can go easy in practice. But for us, that's not the case. You got to work even harder in practice, because you know that guy's right behind you, and he's looking for your job, and you don't want to give it to him.
it's like really competitive. You do not want to lose, which I think creates like a lot of like aggressiveness during practice, and that will help after on the game, like just to be the same on the game, like in the match, playing against another guy, you do not want to lose against that guy, and I think it's going to create the same thing, and which is great.
And if it's me and Connor Hughes out there, we'll do great. If it's me and Tilly out there, we'll do great. If it's Hughes and Tilly out there, then we'll also be fine. It's just that each one of us has a different style. You know, I got a big arm. I hit hard, offensively good. Kevin Tilly, also offensively good, great all-around player. Connor Hughes, big, jumps high, blocks real well.
We fit each other, like, you know what I mean? Like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. Like, he would like get the technical aspect, Dano would be like the offense aspect, I'll be more like the defense aspect, because I'm more like I like to play defense a lot, and that's what I do best, I think, one of the best things. So we all have like different skills, and that gets us like a good puzzles together, which will work at the end.
They've continued to show their depth and how important everyone is, regardless of whether you're a role player or a starter.
It is in this way that the team is the league, and the league is the team. Competitive by nature, it is this grueling competition that defines the essence of the league, the team, and the position. It is this essence that breeds players that are in their own essence, the best in the nation, in a position in which only the best will survive and taste victory at the highest level at men's collegiate volleyball.